Hello. This evening, coming at you a little late. I apologize. I had a dinner this evening. I'm going to give you your little Sunday school lesson. I hadn't been on here, I think it was, for a couple of weeks due to some unforeseen circumstances. But I will be back. I am back this week, and we're going to learn. We're going to learn. We're going to learn. We're going to learn. I don't remember what lesson number this is. I feel like it's number 3 or 4. Probably number 4. I don't know. Got me a glass of unsweetened tea. Lipton is what it is. So we're going to learn tonight. We're fixing. You know what tonight's lesson is going to be? Oh crap! I forgot where that's at. I think it's right here. We're going to be in Jeremiah right now. Okay, we're going to talk about. I'd like to have brought some stuff back here for an example, but I ain't going to bring my flower pot in here because I'm afraid I might drop it and spill the dirt. And I cleaned up out of the carpet, and that would just be a plumb nasty mess. So you're going to have to picture it with me. So we're going to talk about faith. Now you're thinking, what does a seed, what does a little pot that you plant seeds in the sprout to plant outside in the ground, anything to do with faith? I know somebody's going to be like, well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what's got to do. I don't have a rose because roses aren't bloomed. I've got a little glass thing that's got a rose in it from 1948. My throat got a little dry there. I don't want to be hoarse and sound like I smoke a pack a day or nothing, because I don't, but I don't want to be hoarse and sound, We're going to talk about faith and what it should be. So this new little plant, okay? I planted these plants, and I bought potting soil, I bought potting soil, and the seeds. And I now have some fertilizer. They're, yay big. Like just a little bit. They're getting to be about an inch tall now. They really started growing. I mean, they were growing good, and then it got that cold spell, and then boom, now they're really going up. I started them back in March, and it took them a while to get started. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just the light, probably, But they'll get to growing better. So I planted those with the faith that they were going to come up, because the seed package said that they were good seeds. I gave them all the right stuff. I gave them light, water, and now I'm giving them fertilizer because they're old enough to get a little fertilizer. So I'm hoping that they'll grow up to be good big plants. I can plant my flower beds. Farmers got to have a lot of faith. Right now they're planting corn, and I think they'll soon be getting into beans. They got to have faith to put that seed in the ground that it's going to grow. Plants got a lot to do with it. You just don't even realize it. Excuse me. This is what I'm on. Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 2. This is where we're going to start. Go ahead, open her up. Get her open. Get your family sit around and say, hey, what are you doing? Get in here. Get your glass of tea, coffee, water, Diet Dr. Pepper, or Diet Coke, whatever you drink. I don't like Diet Dr. Pepper. That's just nasty. Why would you drink that? Anyways, Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 2, this is where we're going to be. You have planted them, and they have taken root. They grow and bear fruit. You are always on their lips, but far from their hearts. So this is faith. You planted your plants. They're taking root. They have taken root, so they're growing. And hopefully they'll bear fruit. If you plant a flower, hopefully that flower, if you plant a petunia, hopefully that petunia is going to bloom. Plant a rose, hopefully that rose is going to bloom. You plant a tomato plant, you want to have tomatoes. You don't plant a corn plant and hope for soybeans, or plant a soybean and hope for corn. I'm not going to plant me a tomato plant and hope it produces okra. That would be ridiculous. That would be faith, but you'd have the wrong faith. That would be unwise. That would not be wisdom. That would just be, I don't know, it would just be crazy. But with your faith, you've got to grow. You know, it should be, the roots should get deeper. You should be rooted deeper. It's like a tree. It should branch out. You should be branched. You should have be big, full branches at least. You should grow taller, wider, and deeper. Or wider, bigger, excuse me. Tall, it should grow bigger and deeper. In all directions. It shouldn't just, well, I've got it, I'm good now. You know, it says, what did it say? Faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. So think of that, folks. Think of that. Just a small amount can do big things. A big amount can do big things as well. Okay? I mean, you got to have a lot of strengths with your faith. You know, I mean, there's going to be some people going to judge you because of the faith you've got. You know, God didn't say it was going to be ice cream and apple pie and easy every day. Ever. If you think it's going to be ice cream and apple pie every day of your life, you're wrong. Sorry. It's not going to be. Okay? I mean, you got to have faith. When you go out in the morning and start your car, it's going to start. The battery's going to be charged up. Everything's going to start. You know, have faith that car's going to get you to point A to point B, you know. It's not going to break down on the way there. You never know. It might. You hope your tire ain't flat in the morning, but you never know. It's crazy. I mean, you got to have a lot of strength. I mean, you got to have the strength as a rose does to grow up through the weeds. You got to have that. If you don't have that strength, if that rose didn't have strength to go through the weeds, that rose is going to die. You don't want to uproot all the weeds because you might uproot the good seed when you do. There's a parable in there about the wheat and the weeds. Let me see here. I'm going the wrong direction, I know. Yep, I knew it was. How silly of me. One of these days I'm going to have this all memorized. And we're going to go to the next little chapter. I hope you are enjoying these little things. If you are, please comment. I can comment back to you now, I think. I've been getting a few comments, so. And I'll keep doing these as long as we're out of church right now. And I'm going to touch on a few things about that here soon. Well, hold up a second, folks. I can't find it. Let me see here. I tell you, I'm slipping, but I ain't slipped yet. Oh, Lordy. Where am I at? We have to get some reading glasses or something. This is ridiculously, I can't read it. My friends always ask me, why you got such a large print Bible? Well, I'm going to tell you why I've always got one. I don't plan on buying a little bitty print, and then when I get older, I have to buy one of all my notes I've made in that old one I had until I couldn't read the small print, you know. Have to get rid of it and then have to redo all over again. Why don't just keep that? You got one that's going to last your lifetime, you know what I mean? Some people just don't understand. You know, now we're going to be in Colossians right here. Boy, Colossians is full of good stuff. Just plumb packed full. Bursting with good stuff. Okay, we're going to start at chapter 2, verses 6 through 7. All right, you all ready? We're still talking about plants. So then, just as you received Christ Jesus Lord, continue to live your lives for Him, rooted and built up in Him, strengthened in the faith as you were taught, and overflowing with thankfulness. Now, you got to thank Him for giving you the faith that you've got. You got to thank Him every day. You got to be in the Word. You got to have faith. He'll get you through the hard time. This is a trying time for everyone, and you got to have faith to know that this too shall pass. You got to be like that plant. You got to be like a plant. You got to have roots that are going deeper. You got to be branching out. You got to be getting big, bigger, deeper, stronger. Think about it. People tell you plants ain't got nothing to do with Scripture. Or plants don't have nothing to do with faith. Anybody tell you that? If they're wrong, send them to me. I'll tell them they are. Because alright, okay. So you got to be growing, getting bigger, deeper, wider. I mean, I can't reiterate that enough. That you just sit back and take her easy, you know, drink tea and eat apple pie and ice cream, and everything's gonna be all right. Yeah. No. God helps those who help themselves. You got to try to help yourself. He's not going to just give it all to. He's not going to just. Well, I need a job. Good. Go out and apply for one. If it's right, God will let it be. If it ain't, then it just ain't gonna be. You can't just sit back and hope He says, here's a job down here at the local McDonald's. That's not how. You got to help yourself a little bit. You know, you need a job. You need to pray about it. Go out and find an application. Apply everywhere you can. Not just, you know. It's common sense solutions. Modern problems require modern solutions. Now we're going to be in Psalms. Isn't Psalms just a wonderful book? Just plumb full of knowledge and goodness. Isn't that wonderful? We're going to be in the 92nd chapter, 92, 92nd, whatever. I lost it. I dropped it. How silly am I to do such things like that? Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Interesting. I made a note in here. I don't remember what I did. Okay. Let's see, 92 verses 12 through 14. Y'all can pause so you can flip to the page, find the page. You know, mine's different than yours, most likely. Okay. The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon. Planted in the house of the Lord, they will flourish in the courts of our God. They will bear fruit in old age. They will stay fresh and green, proclaiming the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no wickedness in him. So, you know, you got to have faith, be righteous, have faith, and you'll grow big. Your faith will grow big. You know, if you have if you're not righteous, you know, with God, then it's not going to grow the way it should. You know, you got to be right. You got to be righteous, have righteousness, and it'll grow. But otherwise, you know, it's just going to dissolve like wet paper in the rain. It's just going to dissolve. It's going to decay away, and it's not going to be there. It won't stay fresh and green. It's not fertilizing it. You're not fertilizing it. You're not reading. You got to fertilize your faith by reading and praying. And don't worry. People worry too much. Do you think I'm worried about this? No. Don't keep me. Does it keep me awake at night? No. What I might be a little concerned for those who are affected by it, who are having maybe financial troubles or health troubles with this coronavirus, COVID-19. I mean, I am concerned for the well-being of those who have it, and those who live around an area that is just plumb full, surrounded, decimated with it, or are having financial problems, anything. Our governmental leaders, yes, you ought to be praying for them hard, because, our federal ones, our president and the task force, they're up 24/7, not getting much sleep. Be praying for them hard, because they're trying to do the best thing they can for us. And Some just don't see it. But put aside your differences in this time. This is no time for differences, for the difference card to be played. This is a time for bipartisanship, not partisanship. Don't play the partisan card. Anybody, everybody, not just politicians. Everybody needs to come together regardless of anything, no matter what. And this is the time we need to do that. So, I was going to tell you, faith. There's a lot, I know, in my community, and it's probably like this for several communities. There's a lot of elderly. You know, I love the elderly. They are so much wisdom there that they can share. And you ought to listen to them, because not a lot of people listen to them, and once they're gone, and all that wisdom and stuff they had to share with you is gone, folks. So pay attention to them. I'm telling you to do it. There's a lot of them says, I never thought I would see the day that the churches were closed and we couldn't go. That just shows how unworthy we are, how much we took it for granted to be together with other believers and worship each Sunday. We don't deserve that, and God's showing it to us right there. We're just so unworthy. We didn't deserve His Son to go on the cross, and that's why we celebrate Easter. For us, we didn't deserve that, but we did it. We didn't deserve to go meet with the other believers in church on Sunday morning, but we do. Don't take those things for granted. I think sometimes we take things too much for granted. I think right now is the time to realize how fortunate we were. I'm sure, hopefully one day everything will return to normal. We have to have faith that this too shall pass, and it will all return to normal. All things be made new. I mean, look around us. Don't be sitting around just, oh, I'm so depressed, I gotta stay at home. I mean, there's some people that are like that right now, fighting it. Don't do that. Don't be like that. There's lots of things you can look around and see in the world to make you happy, to bring joy in your life. Read the Word. Listen to a song. Sing a song that you like. You can have a song in your heart all the time. And there's this song. You can have a song in your heart in the night. This is the darkness, the night. You can have a song in your heart in the night. Eva Mele Flair, I can't pronounce her last name, said it best in a song. That's a good song. Look outside. It's spring. New life. Flowers are blooming. The daffodils are now spent. And the apples are blossoming like crazy right now. And the bees are gone wild out there. I'm telling you, I bumped into one of them apple trees when I was mowing. Them bees went everywhere. I wonder they didn't sting me. God was good and didn't let them sting me. He says he'll crush the serpent's head before it'll bite you or something like that. He crushed the serpent's head with the stone. Something like that. He'll protect you. You know, it's like I had, you smoke the bees out to keep them calm. It's like I was covered in smoke and them bees didn't want nothing to do with me. Pretty good. I mean, think about it, folks. There's another thing I'm going to say. I don't know if you notice, if when you go to Walmart, I try not to go as much because you're supposed to stay at home right now. They could save lives. But when I go to Walmart, I noticed a couple of weeks ago, there on the shelves, there wasn't a Bible on that shelf. Wasn't a King James, wasn't an NIV, wasn't any Living Bibles, any type of Bible. It was gone. Today I went to Walmart, and I just happened to be curious. I went back here to look. I'd been reading that on Facebook. People said Bibles were selling off the shelves just about as quick as toilet paper. There was one King James Bible back there, and the rest of them are gone. So so that shows you something. People are looking to the Word right now because they know that will bring peace to them. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's a spiritual awakening right now in this country, and I think that's a great thing to have, and I think we need to keep doing that. So that's awesome. That's my view, and I hope y'all enjoy this Sunday school lesson, or this little, I don't know if it's more like a devotion to you. Just, I hope you enjoy it, and it brings a little happiness, a little joy to you and your family this week, okay? I'll be back again next Sunday. If the Lord's willing, the creek don't rise.